Hi guys, how are you? Wow, we got lots of people in the chat tonight. That's really, really good. Okay, guys, so we're just going to get right into it because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to try to talk about as many housewives things as I can, not just from the Beverly Hills. So we're going to talk about Denise Richards, Brandi, Kenya Moore, and Vicky. Okay, so and then I'm going to bring on Perry, and then I'm going to take calls. People are saying I'm not taking a lot of calls, so I'm going to cut my stories as short as I can so we can take more calls from the caller, okay? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, there we go. Now let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to talk about Brandi. Brandi's a basket case, you guys. And you guys know she's been talking for months about the whole Denise Richards thing. Well, today she finally admitted to a fan. A fan asked her a question, and she says, I've been asked by Bravo to stay off social media talking about housewives. That's the only reason I'm not replying to you effing haters. And then she says the C word, wait for open season. I mean, Brandi's really been abusing social media lately because earlier in the week, she also accused Lisa Vanderpump of owning fur. And we all know how Lisa feels about animals. She says, Lisa Vanderpump has a closet full of fur. I'm not lying. She will deny it. It's like all kinds of fur. I don't know. I don't wear furs, but she loves dogs. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just going to say what we're talking about. Then we're going to talk about the new girl son. We know she got demoted before she even got on the show. It was when they released the trailer, she was not in it. They reduced her to a friend of the show. But she really can't back down. Was she demoted because she infiltrated the group? She said something bad about one of its members? It's a conversation worth having, guys. It really is. Because when you say something about the inner circle, they get upset. And that leads me to Kyle. We're going to talk about Kyle next. She was on Watch What Happens Live. I believe it was last night. And she was talking about Garcille Beauvais. I don't know how to say Garcelle's last name. I'm not French. I know it's a French last name. But this was her response in regards to Garcelle calling her. She said she had a big ego and she wasn't very open. She says, I think she came in and was just like, I better have someone, and decide to, I don't know, because I said, like, if she felt like that, she didn't say anything like to my face. So now I know what I'm dealing with. I guess we will all address this at the reunion. So Andy says, well, have you spoken to her since filming? She said, hell no. She's pissed. She's pissed because someone doesn't like her. Like, Kyle, no one's always going to like you, okay? People are allowed to not like you, but, Kyle gets upset. She goes complaining and whining and crying to Andy. So we need to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Robin Dixon. Someone actually said to Robin's face in a live chat with Giselle that they didn't like Robin. They thought that she brought nothing to the show. Now, did she go whining like Kyle? No. She says, I'm sorry. I don't tickle your fancy. It's all good. That's the way you're supposed to respond when people don't like you. They have a choice, and you're really not going to change their mind when you keep acting like a big baby because someone said they don't like you. Okay, and then we're going to talk about Vicki Gunvalson. Vicki Gunvalson wants people to boycott the show, The Real Housewives of Orange County, because she's not on it anymore. It's ridiculous, people. It's ridiculous. And then we're going to talk about Kenya Moore and her marriage. Is she really married? They said that she allegedly brought a marriage certificate to the reunion, but it wasn't a marriage license. Okay, so those are all the things that we're going to talk about. Now, I'm going to take as many questions as I can because a lot of people were saying that they didn't get a chance to talk and they were on waiting for a long time. So we're going to go ahead and try to bring as many people in as we can. Hi, Perry.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So what did you want to talk about first? Let's talk about.
Hello?
I know you want
I'm sorry.
to talk
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. It's really good. I know you wanted to talk about Kenya Moore, but can we push that to the side just for a little bit?
That's fine.
I want to talk about Brandi. Okay. What do you think about Bravo putting a gag order on her? And you had an interesting take on Brandi. And now that the gag order's on her, I think that she pretty much said everything that she needed to say. But anyway, they made her shut up after anyway. And then I want to talk about what she thinks. Well, I'll say that for later. What do you think about Bravo putting a gag order on Brandi?
Well, I mean, actually, I don't believe that. Like,
you don't believe what?
That Bravo put a gag order on him.
Why would someone make that up?
I mean, Brandi is a drunk, right? And she's a liar, right? It makes no sense for Bravo to put a gag order on something they've been talking about for months. If they were going to put a gag order, as soon as the accusations came out that she slept with her and became a big thing, they would have put a gag order on it immediately, right? It rolled for a couple months. Like that. But it's up until the other day, I think Brandi was doing that interview when she go, oh, yeah, we had this one great night together, meaning that they didn't have a long relationship going on.
Right. What he's talking about is Brandi backtracked, and now she's saying that she didn't have an affair, ongoing affair months with Denise. She's saying that it was basically a one-night stand. So she totally changed her story. You're right about that. Go ahead.
So a one-night stand is not no long affair, right? So now that she's getting these questions about it, now she want to come out and say, I got a gag order. I'm not allowed to answer your questions about that. I'm no longer allowed to talk about it because she can't answer the question. I mean, she really can't.
Well, I mean, do you think she's
That's in my opinion.
Low to make it up? Who would make something up like that? That's low. That's low.
I mean, look, she made it up. A lot of people do anything for a job. Yeah. She's at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes down to all the housewives. Lisa Renna, like I said last week, is controlling everything. She sent the drunk out to start this rumor. Now, granted, Brandi could be a freak. She's a drunk and can do all these things, but it was no affair. And now that I'm just saying, hey, hi. Now, I'm saying this, that I actually just believe that she made it up. Because it makes no sense for Bravo to put a gag order on something that's already played out. It's been going on for months. It's too late.
You got to take on it. What you're saying is that Bravo would not silence her. If they wanted to, they would have did it earlier when she was calling Denise the C word and all of this stuff. And now all of a sudden there's a gag order when she changed her story.
And then she called everybody cunts.
Oh my God, that's so disturbing to me. For some reason, I'm not down with that word. I mean, Brandi is, when you say she's a drunk, are you joking around or do you think she really has a serious drinking problem? Because I think she really has a serious drinking problem.
I mean, that's obvious. I mean, people will say, hey, Perry drink a lot, but no, I am not a Brandi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a job. I do all this stuff. Brandi just drinks. She don't really have a job. She just drink and lie.
She drinks and lies.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So what do you think about her now? She has not spoken to Lisa Vanderpump in 5 years. Now all of a sudden she's saying that Lisa Vanderpump owns fur. You think that's a lie too?
Why would it take 5 years for you to say that? When all of them banged on Lisa Vanderpump, that would have been the top story when, she may be, because the first thing they said, she may be saving dogs, but look at the fur she has in her closet. That would have came up a long time ago. So she's really disgusting.
You're really bringing up some interesting points here. You're saying that Brandi's just a bold-faced liar, and she doesn't care about anybody's reputations, what they think about it. With that being the case, do you think Bravo would try to bring her back full-time? Because they like storylines, but she's unethical. She just has no morals, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, just like anything else, Bravo will use anybody. Just because you bring her back full time don't mean that she's gonna be back full time the following season. Yeah. So Lisa Vanderpump is gone. Let's just bring in somebody and we'll just try to figure out something. If you throw a whole bunch of firecrackers in the building, one of them gonna explode. So now I think that's sort of like she's there for that reason. For like an extra security that's so go wrong. Because if nothing else happened in that life, on that show, Brandi's gonna get drunk and do something stupid. You see, so
that's really
she's
weird.
worth having if you look at it from that sense.
I mean, do you think if you were a producer that you would not do what's right and just do what feeds your storyline? That's what they're doing. I mean,
well, I mean, really, it all depends. Like, because really, we all would like to see a good show, but I think behind the scenes, there got to be a reason why a lot of shows do it. Maybe the real good, like the good stuff on the news, never gets shown, but all the bad stuff do. So maybe it could be something like that.
I mean, wow. Yeah, I agree with you. Brandi really does have a drinking problem. She really needs help, but at the same time, she makes good television. I feel bad by saying that, but it's the damn truth now, isn't it? It really is. Now let's move on to Kyle. I got to talk about Kyle before we get to what you want to talk about. Kyle Richards. Okay, the new girl, Garcelle, said she wasn't that warm. That's what she said, and that she had a big ego. Kyle is spitfiring mad. Now, something about this is rubbing me the wrong way. Everyone's not going to like you, Kyle. Maybe she doesn't like you because, she doesn't like you. She doesn't need an excuse. What do you think about Kyle going on Watch What Happens Live, crying like a little baby, and now mad at Garcelle for not liking her?
Well,
ridiculous.
Actually, what I think about her, I told you last week. I think Kyle is a crybaby backstabber, right?
Yeah.
But along with that, and then it's somebody that, like, she thinks things supposed to be given to her. Like, if I show up, my name is Kyle, I should be the next queen. Like, I guess in her lifetime, maybe everything was given to her, right? So she got that kind of attitude. But I think that she go on the little show and talking about, well, I don't understand why she didn't say it to my face. Yeah, but she was talking sort of tough when she said it, right? Like, I wish she would have said it to my face. Well, you know what? If you was so tough and a real woman, you would approach her and said, look, I heard you said this. What's happening? But Kyle's a backstabbing liar, and now she's a wimp.
Oh Harry, I mean, I agree. She really is. I think that she's going to cry to Andy about the new chick. I think that she's really offended. And listen, she didn't even say, I don't like her. She just said she wasn't very welcoming. Come on. I mean, it's her truth, right? She needs to speak her truth. But I just think that Kyle's going to try to get Garcelle, the new girl, snuffed, like the mob. Like, she's going to get her like, taken down because she said, she's got a big ego.
Well, I mean, anytime a person come in and they feel that person might be a threat to taking over their role, like a full-time role, even though she got a full-time role now, but it's like a pecking order in that whole thing. All of them trying to climb to the top. So they know what they have in the rest of them. Like Kyle know Brandi's a drunk, right? He know the reader's broke. So all these things, she know these things. But with the new person, you don't really know that much about them or know how the public's going to like them that year. Because if a person come on and really liked, that person moves up. Wait
a minute, Perry. You're going in a different direction here. You're saying that Kyle is intimidated by Garcelle?
Most of the time, that's the case. I think any new person that come on, it's the other girl who's there too. What's her name? Sutton. She's new. And it'll be the same thing there. Like, until they figure out you just a natural born loser. Like, Kyle or Lisa isn't threatened of Brandi.
Right.
You notice that?
Right. Well,
so we can keep her around. Everybody got to have a yard dog, and that's what Brandi is.
No, but you think that Kyle didn't want Garcelle on the show? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, she don't want nobody that she may feel that can come across looking better than she looked. If they would have brought in Brandi's twin sister, if she had one, she'd have been fine with that. But at this point, she don't really know if Garcelle is a loser or not. So they threatened by it. It's just like anything else.
I don't know. Let me bring in some help here. That's an interesting thing. No one's ever said that to me before. Hi, Rhonda.
Hey there, Rhonda.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I mean, jump right in. I mean, Perry is doing some crazy things. What do you think?
Oh, I love Garcelle's dress.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Kyle is threatened by Garcelle?
Oh, yeah.
You do too?
Because here she comes and she looks fabulous. She's strong. Sure.
Wow.
I think because she sees herself as a leader of the pack now. You got another strong woman that she did. And she looked, I guess she looked awesome. She really knocked them down with that dress and she came in that party. Everybody looked at her. It was awesome.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
How we doing?
We can't hear you.
Hear you, Joe. Is your mic up?
Try again. Say it again. I think he's calling from Australia, I believe. Try it again, Joe. Can't hear you.
I wonder if he don't have both apps open, do he? Well, you wouldn't know.
I know.
He talked last week. He got in.
He did. I know. Joe, you have to try again. We can't hear you. Okay. I love Joe. But anyway, listen, this is an interesting spin that you guys are talking about here. What you're saying is that, wait. How would she even know that Garcelle would be liked by the public? You see what I mean?
Okay. Well, in my opinion, this is what it is. It's what you don't know that scare you the most. I said, if she knew Garcelle was going to be a loser, if she knew this without a doubt, she wouldn't be threatened by her. She would welcome her in, because if you want to be at the top, you get to surround yourself with losers.
Rhonda, what do you think about that? It's an interesting point of view.
Yeah. I don't think everybody around, I don't think all those women are losers. It's just, she is a very dominating personality. And also, she was an actress too, like Kyle. She's an actress also. So, they already have a reputation with the public. So.
Well, I'll say this. The reason why they wanted Lisa Vanderpump gone, she had too much clout, and they felt like losers, okay? And they didn't run Brandi away. They didn't run none of the other girls away, right? But they ran Vanderpump away.
Yeah.
So when I say losers, they want somebody on the cast that's not as attractive as they are. I mean, when I say that, that means financially. I mean, like, they really don't want nobody like in competition. It's like competition. You know how women are. You know, like say. You know, when you walk in a room, you know, I mean, you don't want to, you want to stand up.
Ridiculous.
You can't compare. I mean, Brandi's a train wreck. Brandi's a train wreck. You can't compare the rest of Brandi. She really is a train wreck. I mean, she's not. Now she is a loser. Okay? And like, but the other ladies, they have their businesses.
You guys are.
But Renna, you never know what she's going to say.
Yeah.
Like, she's allowed to even have one or be around her, you know. I mean, that's how she slapped Lisa Vanderpump. I was so upset with her. I was like,
ridiculous. Truly ridiculous.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't compare her to some of the other ladies.
Yeah. So you guys seen last night's episode where the new girl, Sutton, the other new girl, called Teddy Mellencamp out for being boring. Now listen, I have a theory. Perry's not the only one that has theories here. She was demoted before anything ever aired. Okay, she was demoted right away. But last night she didn't seem so boring. She seemed like she was speaking her mind and confrontational when she said the right thing, by the way, that Teddy is extremely, boring. We all know this. You don't think that she got demoted because someone ran to Andy and cried because they don't want her infiltrating, what do they call, penetrating their inner circle? Do you guys know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
What am I saying?
Well, no, I mean, I'm going to give Rhonda a chance to answer it because, you know, I'm down with a conspiracy. And that's what's going on.
Okay, Rhonda, do you think?
I think she was well, I don't know if that's why she was demoted, but I thought she was being an old cat. She really was. I mean, because Teddy said the thing that got her was the pregnancy thing. And she's like, Oh, you're pregnant too. Oh my God. I think that was worse than the boring,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But you agree, Carrie?
Like I said, I go back to my same thing. Now, everybody that come onto these shows knew.
Mm-hmm.
If they watch the shows in the last few seasons, they understand that the regular cast do not want to lose their spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when anybody new come in, it's the unknown to them. You don't know if the people are gonna love them, and then Bravo gonna want to push them to the top and keep you out. So I know you guys, when I say that people on those shows want to be well liked, and then they want to surround themselves with, not so much like people. I call them losers, okay? But even though financially they better off than me, I don't mean like that.
Yeah.
I mean somebody a lower grade, right?
Yeah.
You keep them around, then because before they get to the queen, you get to knock all these other soldiers out. That's what like Brandi, when somebody new come in. But when the new girls come in, I think they automatically get paranoid. It's just like in football, NFL football. You've been around, you can be a pro. That's how I look at it. Like,
Okay.
Very interesting.
You can be a top player, but when your team go out and draft this next young guy and he's highly rated, in back of your mind, you're saying, hey, this guy's here to take my job. That's how they feel with every new person come along.
I think so. What you're saying, there's absolutely no job security over there at Bravo. That's basically what you're saying.
Right. And the only job security you got is to act like Lisa Renna, and you get a whole bunch of flunkies underneath you, and you can mastermind everything and have them to be your attack dog. So you kill everything that comes your way.
Well, you know what? You do have a point, Perry, because they always, I don't want to say initiate, but they always give the new person some kind of trouble on every franchise, but especially Beverly Hills. They really do. So I don't know. But I don't think, do you think they'll ever bring Brandi back full time? Brandi is a liability. The reason she got fired is because she fell out with Andy Cohen. She wanted more money, and she's just very, very hard to work with. But she brings storylines. Do you guys think they'll ever bring her back full time, permanently? And she also said she needed the money. So what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think permanently.
Oh, you're waiting on Rhonda?
No, I don't think permanently. I think for some drama, yeah, but I don't think they'd bring her back permanently. I think like you said, she causes too many problems.
Yeah, she does.
She says whatever to people. First time she was on there, she's telling people to shut the F up all over the place. Shut the F up, shut the F up. Who does that?
Sound like
when you first meet people.
So what do you think, Perry? First of all, Kyle's handling this very poorly. The whole thing about Garcelle not liking her. How do you think she's going to handle this different, Perry?
Well, no, first of all, I just say this, though, going back to whether they bring her back full time. It all depends. It really all depends on what's available. If they have nobody waiting to come on the show that's of a value to them, or they believe that's of a value, then they'll bring her back. Because, the reason why we watch Lock Up and all these other shows, people love a clown. And that's what Brandi is.
Perry. No, I was saying, what do you think about Kyle, the way Kyle's handling the situation with Garcelle? Couldn't she have done better?
No, I think Kyle is very worried. Like when Lisa Vanderpump left last year, when they ran her off, Kyle thought she was the one that was going to get the crown, right? And we'll get to the crown later. She thought she would be the one that was be given the crown. But now she's realizing, things aren't really working out that way. So now anybody new come along, she's worried. Now she's paranoid. So
hi, Amalati. How are you?
Hi.
Hey there, how we doing?
Good.
Did you
get to Kenya yet?
No, that's the next subject. Okay. So anyway, I was thinking, why didn't Kyle just call Garcelle and say, I didn't know you felt this way. Can we talk about it? Can we work this out? Instead of just getting upset and crying on live television. That's what I would have.
I think Kyle should be fired.
They're never firing Kyle, but why do you think she should be fired?
To me, she's not. She hasn't brought it in a few seasons. Like if her sister's not there, I have no interest in Kyle.
She's kind of telling the truth, you guys. Like,
Hey, I'm down.
Kyle doesn't have any strong. You're down for it. Kyle doesn't have any strong storylines. What do you think about that, Rhonda? Should she be fired from her own show? That is her show, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know. She's kind of like the leader of the gang. Everybody goes to her with their problems.
It's
Or
her
not
show.
Holly or demoted. She needs to be demoted because because these housewives need to understand. Love After Lockup is out. 90 Day Fiance is out. Y'all need to bring it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, okay, you know a person that does bring it. We got to talk about Kenya next, and then we have to talk about Vicky, you guys. Don't let me forget to talk about Vicky. So a person who brings it is Kenya Moore. Okay, I know you said, Perry, you wanted to talk about her the next time, which is today. You feel that Kenya Moore is not married. What were your thoughts? You were going to bring it up.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm going to say that you did a good job this week with the videos with the Kenya Moore situation. I know a lot of viewers that come on that like Kenya, they give you a really hard time. But at your point in life, you get to speak the truth, okay? And I'm glad you did. Kenya Moore. I forgot
what I said. What did I say?
I mean, you basically said that Kenya may be having some mental problems, and I really think it's true. I think it's true that Kenya is very pretty.
She's beautiful.
And all that stuff. And she's gorgeous life. But I think mentally, something from her upbringing to where when her mother didn't show her the love and affection, and then being in the pageants and stuff wasn't really good for her. Because when you're in a pageant, anything less than first place, then you're a loser, right? So
what? Perry, what? What?
That's the mindset of the person in the pageant. Yeah, I mean, that they just so geared to and forced to this thing that if you don't come in first, then you wasn't the beautiful person, like the best looking person up there, right? And so like they're driven to be like the one and only, right? But like Kenya got already some other insecurities, like the need to feel love and things like that, but she don't know how to receive it. And she's like bipolar or something. And I mean, for a person not to be able.
No, this is let me stop you for a second, Perry. This is why I said this about Kenya Moore. I wasn't trying to be mean when I was talking about Kenya. What I was saying was that her relationships, I was talking about with the men, paying the husbands. She just doesn't know how, even friendships. She doesn't know how to conduct friendships. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? What do you think, Alvalati, about Kenya?
I can't do it no more with Atlanta. I've just had enough. I think the problem I have with Kenya is not so much that she is so messy, it's the way she's messy. Like if I'm having marriage problems, I'm not going to be worrying about Tanya and whoever else.
What is that? I think you're echoing. Say it again.
I said I'm not going to be worrying about Tanya and whoever else is on the show. If I'm having marriage problems, because do you really want to get a divorce because of reality TV?
But that's why I really think that maybe what you're saying is true. Hi, Diva. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Hi.
I keep hearing the echo. I'm just saying that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to call in on the Kenya situation. Sorry.
Go ahead. What is that echo, guys?
Sorry, you guys, if it's echoing on my side. I'm in the kitchen. But I saw an interview with what's the guy named Walter, and he said Kenya paid him some money, but he didn't say how much.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the only one. There was another guy.
But there's another guy too, but I don't remember his name. What's it said? The exercise instructor, whatever his name was.
Oh, God. What was his name?
Yeah, the exercise guy, the one who busted out all her windows, the old boy.
Matt.
Jordan?
I forget his name. I don't have too many boyfriends. I can't remember his name.
His name Matt.
Yeah, Matt, I think.
I mean,
because she's desperate. She's desperate. She don't want to be alone.
well, that's true. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with not wanting.
Because who's gonna want to deal with that? Who's gonna want to deal with that?
I don't think that's why she did that.
But who in their right mind gonna really want to deal with that?
I think the reason she did that is because Kenya and Portia have the same storyline, and because she didn't want, they do cheating husbands, or boyfriends.
Yeah.
So because she didn't want it to be Portia centric, she had to come and bring it.
Maybe she's telling the truth. What do you think about that, Perry?
Well, look, boyfriend or not, let's get back to the whole thing. And I just say this: if anybody get married, you're gonna remember where you got married at. I mean, we can get into other things. When you can't remember where you got married, we got a problem.
Yeah.
And she's a very known liar. So, but most of her fans have a problem with that. They say show the receipts, but I mean, it's not for me to show the receipts. If you got married, a marriage license, just show it. You know what I mean? So I just believe that she's not married. She's a big liar. She got a whole bunch of issues, and that she needs to work on herself. And she's out here trying to almost remind me of Dorsey. I mean, just like she just
Darcy, yeah.
I think she's trying to find love, but don't know how to handle it. So she's willing to pay for it. That's why she bailed the guy out, Mark, financially. Then he leaves once everything paid off, and then he come back when he broke again. Hey, Kenya, what's up, girl? She take him back because she doesn't want to be like the rest of them.
Yeah, because he ain't doing nothing but using her.
Exactly.
For sure.
What is it using?
Yeah, because he ain't doing nothing but using her. He's just using her. That's all it is.
I think that's their relationship, you know?
They got what?
That's their type of relationship. Like, yeah, I just don't get like not Matt, what's his name?
Mark.
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 He's gonna accept disrespect. But then
Mark,
he's just not gonna tolerate Kenya talking to him like she talked to the ladies. Because you know she would try.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we all know are supposed to bridge to the reunion. So I don't know. I don't care what she brings to the reunion. That relationship seems weird to me and is definitely more like a business arrangement. And why does she keep paying off his bills? That's not true love, in my opinion. She's trying to buy love again, in my opinion.
That's so sad.
It is sad.
It's so sad.
I mean, the bottom
I
line.
feel sorry for Kenya. I don't not like Kenya. I just feel sorry for her because, you know, you can't use your childhood as an excuse for the rest of your life, but it certainly puts you on a path. It's when you have a bad childhood, it's just harder to deal with life than someone that started out that had a loving mother. Does that make sense? I'm not excusing. I'm just saying that
You're not yearning for something that you never had. You know what I'm saying? I mean, typically you get some kind of like type of love and you grow up and everything. So you're not looking for anything to fill that void, but she is, and she don't know how to get it for other reasons. Most of it could basically be from her childhood, but
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can look at it and make all kind of excuses, but I'm at the point in my life where you get to look at where people at now and really how they got there. I think she got mental issues and all that. But the bottom line is she's running around there. She's lying and she's renting a gigolo.
Oh, no.
But she also doing that because she don't want to deal with herself. She don't want to deal with herself. She don't want to be in reality either. She'd rather be in the fantasy world than live in reality. She don't want to be alone.
I agree.
Because when you by yourself, you have to live with your own reality. That's what she don't want to do. She don't want to live in that.
And no man want to live with her while she act that way. That's why she's forced to pay somebody to be there.
You call the gigolo.
He's her nanny.
What's it called, Perry? The Renna gigolos?
Yeah, exactly.
1-800 Renna husband or whatever the name of the show is.
I don't know why that cracks me up. A gigolo? What's a gigolo?
I don't even know.
Man, you pay to have sex.
What's the name of that? 1-800
Seriously?
Renna husband is Renna husband, Renna gigolo, Renna man. You can rent a man for a week, a weekend, a month, a year. You can rent it all.
You never see that? You never seen that commercial? If you in a jam, it goes like this. If you need a jam, if you in a jam and you need a man, call 1-800-GIGOLO.
That's not a commercial.
Yeah.
Alabama, have you heard of that? That's not,
I'm not getting into that.
No, he's right. No, he's right. He's right. He's right. Because I've seen them commercials. I've seen those commercials.
Yeah.
You can rent to a man. You can rent to a man. You can rent a boyfriend too.
Yeah, they come on late at night, about 11 2.
Oh my God.
You can rent you a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You can rent it for a week, a day, a weekend. You can have them come up to your room and all that type of stuff. You can have them delivered to your front door if you wanted that. Like
really,
that.
Though, I mean, you don't have to ask us about it. Just go and talk to Kenya.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Go and talk to Kenya.
Yeah.
But I think it's sad that somebody so pretty. I mean, she doesn't look like baby girl Lisa. I mean, she looks beautiful, and if she had to pay somebody to be with her, I think that's sad, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, she's gorgeous.
She's really
I
pretty.
just can't imagine somebody like her needing to pay somebody to be there. Yes.
You know what? But,
you know,
it's the most pretty people. It's the most prettiest people on the outside that got the most ugly in them. Them to be the ones. Them be the ones.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Well, anyway, so Perry, you were saying that you don't think she's married because she made that mistake and said that she got married and
no, I mean, really, I mean, everybody on the panel, let's just say this for example. I truly don't believe she's married, but I was wrong because I never thought she was pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
When she was pregnant, but it seemed like she was pregnant for a whole year, if not a year and a half. But I really didn't believe it, and I was wrong about that. So my theory's not always right, but I cannot believe that she's married. If you was married, you know where you got married at.
Yeah, yeah.
And why would you hide it?
That's true. That's true.
Nobody can find a record of your marriage certificate.
Yeah.
I got married in Barbados. I got married here. And then she gonna come up with a little printed out report card. I'm married now.
I cannot. Let's talk about Dickie Johnson.
In the States first? Like I don't know if St. Lucia's like that, but can you get married in? Don't you have to get married in the States first and then have a ceremony?
I don't know how that works.
You know what though? No, seriously. Like if you do it the proper way, I mean, I've heard that you can actually go in other countries and get married, but you have to go through like a certain protocol. Like that they got to have the rights to actually marry you, but your United States will have a record of that though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So there's certain things you would have to do. You know what I mean? And nobody can find the record, not even Kenya.
Oh wow!
Listen, she just needs to bring the marriage.
Don't even receipt she got is when she rented him out. That's on the receipt she probably got.
Exactly.
And
Listen, I wanted to make sure I got this in because I think this is really despicable. Do you guys watch The Real Housewives of Orange County? Dickie Gunvalson, the girl who got fired, is asking everybody to boycott the show. To boycott the show because she got fired. What do you guys? Isn't that low?
oh, please.
That's low.
That's desperate. That's very desperate.
Yes. Yeah.
That's selfish. That's selfish behavior. And plus, I'm glad she's gone. So that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy though. Yeah. I mean last year, I'm sure somebody left last year. When the other people left when she was on the show, she didn't protest.
Yeah.
But now, I'll tell you what, this is the bottom line on the shows. All those ladies only think about one person, and that's themselves. Period.
Well, there's got to be some caring people. Let me think. There's some.
I'll wait.
What about Cynthia Bailey? She's really sweet.
She's a wimp.
No, she was kicking people. She was kicking people one season.
Huh?
She was kicking people on the boat. Who was that? Portia? She kicked Portia.
Oh, she did kick Portia. No. Portia kicked her. Portia, it was the other way.
Yeah, I remember that. Too. Yeah.
There's got to be some sweet people.
But Cynthia ain't nothing but a follower.
Okay, yeah, exactly. No. I mean, when you say sweet, Sherelle, I get it. Cynthia is very sweet, but she just have no backbone.
Yeah.
To me.
Well,
she ain't not none.
Right.
There has to be somebody sweet in the whole franchise. Come on, guys, help me think of somebody sweet. So we're not so negative all the time.
Oh God, we're gonna be here for another hour. Then if we gotta think, we're gonna be here for a whole another hour. We gotta think. Oh God, hold on.
We'll answer this next week.
Okay. Oh my God.
Talk to us next week. We might come up with a solution. We might come up with something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Robin Dixon. People are saying that Robin Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac is boring and needs to be kicked off the show. They're also saying that Teddi Mellencamp is boring and needs to be kicked off the show. What do you guys think about those two people?
Yeah. Add Eva, add Candy, add the whole entire New York.
Oh, not Candy. Not Candy. Come on. Not
Candy.
You don't like Candy?
Listen, I don't like that Mama Joyce and Todd storyline because it reminds me of Teresa Giudice and her sister-in-law, and I just don't need that to be filmed.
Well, I mean, Mama Joyce is a unique individual. I'll say it like that. And I am tired of her.
No, Candy needs to go on backbone and correct her mama. That's what she needs to do.
She ain't gonna do that.
She will not.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
So Todd gonna pack his bags and he gonna walk. As soon as he get everything set up, I'll give him about.
He already got one foot out the door. He already got his bags packed by the couch.
Oh yeah, but see, he got the seeds laid, but he gonna water the seeds a little bit, let them blossom, and he should be out of there. Let me give Todd by next April. April 2021. Todd is gone.
It does.
If not sooner than that.
Well, now he gonna stick around, and he gonna go and do his stuff. And he just
it's
gonna take
a little bag packed on the couch. That he waiting.
So what do you guys think about
his exit strategy?
What do you guys think about Teddi? Do you think she's boring and needs to go? People are saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she
Listen,
does.
if 90 Day Fiance was not
Boring.
on Love After Lockup, we could play these games. The level is just too high.
Right.
To be sitting here and wasted time. Like I mute Teddi every time she's on.
Teddi has no storyline.
It's almost like going to the library.
She's so uptight. It's so easy to play with her brain. She just has to throw her brain on the table. People play with it because she's so uptight. Everything upsets her real easy. She's a perfect target for everybody else.
She cried when the new girl said that she was boring. She cried. She started crying. But you are. I mean, hello. I mean, I don't think she does anything. Well, she was one of the first with Puppy Day, but after that, we don't know anything about Teddi. Teddi needs to go.
But why can't Teddi just say, I'm a rich woman. I live a rich woman's life. You know, why you got to lie and say, I'm an accountability coach? What is that?
How's that a lie? That's her job. I guess I don't know what.
Why couldn't she say I'm a personal trainer? I'm a nutritionist.
I guess she felt like she had to say something. She felt like she had to say something.
I mean, she's boring. She got to step her game up.
Yeah, I mean,
she had to say
she's just so rigid. She's rigid. She's rigid.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's too rigid.
If anyone starts a petition,
needs to loosen up.
If anyone starts a petition to get rid of Teddi, I will sign it because Teddi needs to go, and we need new life on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and kind of New York too. I've been watching New York this season. Have you guys been watching New York? I mean, I like the new girl. What's her name? Leah. I like Leah, but it's kind of, maybe it'll pick up.
You can put Teddi on that because they're boring.
It's been boring so far. The Real Housewives. Yeah. But another person that people are saying that needs to be fired is Robin from the Real Housewives of Potomac. You agree?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to miss seeing Juan. Juan is one of the best husbands. But no.
Robin is chill. You can't have everyone so uptight, always arguing. You need a peacemaker, and that's Robin, you guys. That's Robin.
No, she's a Cynthia. Always agreeing with, what's her name?
Yep, that's what I was about to say. She took the words right out of my mouth. She ain't nothing but a clone of Cynthia. That's all she is.
No. No, you guys don't. I love Robin. I really like her.
I'm sorry, I'm going with her. She a clone. She a clone. She ain't got no backbone.
You can't have everyone arguing all the time. You need some sweet people. And I forgot that was a sweet person would be Robin. Don't you think?
Yeah, she's sweet. She's sweet, but the sweet people get ran over, and then they don't bring anything to the show.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested in Potomac because it's been boring too. That's been a boring series. So I'm interested to see Candace and Monique go at it because I needed something.
Right. I needed some action to go on.
You can't wait for the fight?
I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it.
Me neither. I'm waiting for the fight to go down. Like I'm sitting here with cold popcorn, waiting for what? I need something to happen.
And you know they're gonna do it like episode 12. It's not gonna be episode 1.
Listen, you guys tell the truth. Sometimes Nene and Kenya going at it, doesn't it get tiresome? Like you can't just have
it do for me.
Nene and Kenya need to make up, be good Judy with Marlo, and call it a day. They are the same person.
They really are. They really are, and they don't see it in.
That's what I was about to say. Nene and Kenya is the same person.
It really,
So
same person. Same problem.
I'm like, why y'all going at it? Y'all like both of them. If you like Nene, you like Kenya. They the same person.
Yeah, I like Nene. Yeah,
I like Nene, but I'm not really feeling, Kenya.
Well, I think that's because Kenya.
I like them both.
Kenya is just too nasty sometimes. Like Kenya just needs to get slapped in the face. Maybe we need to put Monique down there. She gets slapped. Stop it.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
I don't even know if the slap in the face is gonna do the trick.
Well, oh my God! Listen,
I don't even know if the slap in the face is gonna do a trick. You might have to knock some sense for her.
Oh wow! Really? Wow. Wow. Harry, you say you like.
Let me know if you're promoting violence.
Oh my gosh! Really? Harry, why
be promoting violence, so I can't promote violence.
You said why I like Nene better?
Mm-hmm.
I think like Nene is one thing. Like Nene is not always right. Nene do a lot of things, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people come and say, well, if you don't like Kenya, what about Nene issues? Nene got issues, but I think she's the kind of person that wear her emotion on her sleeve. When something happens, she might snap and go about it. But she tried to apologize to Kenya. Kenya should accept the apology, but in my opinion. But Nene is not perfect. And her childhood wasn't the best neither, right? So she got issues, but I think she tried to work on her issues. Mm-hmm. And I think with, and just to point out one of the things, because people always say, well, nobody want to ever say nothing bad about Nene. Nene, with her son and his baby situation, could probably handle it a whole lot better. But Nene goes with that whole thing. It's like, a lot of parents have this thing. Oh, not my child. My child wouldn't do, and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's, in my opinion, that's the same way Kenya fans are with Kenya.
So all her fans? All the fans?
Yeah, all the fans that sit with her, because they always never want to see her issues. They just look at it and say, well, not Kenya. Kenya wouldn't do that. But they know Kenya don't have receipts. They know Kenya lie after lie after lie. But they still don't want to.
A whole group of people crazy. Come on, Perry.
Well, okay. I mean, when I say crazy like that, I know that. But what I'm saying is, at a certain point, you got to speak the truth, okay? And the people that are old enough, they're old enough to know by now that you get to be honest with yourself. Just because you like a person, like I said, Nene, I like her, but me and Nene ain't neighbors. Now, Nene messed up a lot of stuff. Not everything she did right in her life. I don't agree with her stripping going up. So, I mean, we can talk about a lot of things she have done. But what I'm just saying things I don't agree with. But a Kenya fan would never tell you nothing negative about her. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like my child does the wrong syndrome.
Is it fair to accuse a whole group of people, her entire fan base, of being crazy?
I guess crazy to not want to see things where they are, that they're naive.
Yeah, I know Kenya acts kind of nuts sometimes. I admit that. I like her though. She does act she acts wild and crazy sometimes. I like Nene too, because she gets crazy too. I like both of them.
Well, according to Perry, you have a problem, Rhonda.
Well, okay, so when I say that, I don't mean like that. Like, I mean, on most occasions, she could have a problem when she don't want to see what she did wrong. But it's only like, it's two ways you can go. You could be wrong or right about something.
Okay.
She's been wrong about a lot, but Kenya fans never want to address that. They always try to cover up or give it an excuse, and the excuse supposed to cover for what she did. I look at things for whatever you do.
No.
I mean, whatever action you take, that's what I base it on. I don't care what kind of excuse it was. If whatever happened during childhood, she's a liar. She's not married. That's all I'm telling you.
Please help me. Go ahead.
The problem with Kenya is you don't know enough about Kenya. And that's really her downfall. Like, I can't tell you anything about Kenya's life, where she, like her relatives, because I know just her grandmother couldn't have raised her. Kenya has not let us into her lifestyle, which is fine, but it's why I think Nene fans get more upset with Kenya fans, because Kenya really does not bring her life into the show. And I'm really surprised they haven't checked her on that. She really doesn't tell you what she does besides roasting girls and giggle. She doesn't open up. And I think that they do need to have a therapy session, and they really need to get to the root on why Kenya reacts to Nene. Because if I'm honest, I think Nene is a lot like her mother. And that's where that issue comes from. I think it's a far deeper issue than it's just that they act alike. I think something about Nene rubs her the wrong way for a deeper psychological issue. Because for her to only have an issue with Nene, I mean, she made up with Phaedra. And Phaedra called you like Phaedra, that read on season 5 Union about the baby and the pastry dish, I could never.
You know what? I got to agree with that. I never thought about that way, but that could be very well the case.
Kenya was raised by her grandmother, but she was also raised with 5 other of the grandmother's children. So she does have a family. So you're kind of right about not knowing a lot about her past. She just doesn't talk about it. You would think she was isolated and alone. Actually, she was raised with, that would be her uncles and aunts, but they were like more her age, stuff like that. So you might be right about that.
Why don't we see that aspect of it? Let's see how you make your hair care products. Like Kenya.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Show us what you do.
I tried those products to see what happened to my hair.
You wrong.
But like I said, like I said, she don't want to show her real life because she don't want to deal with herself. So why would she show us her real life if she don't want to deal with herself?
You know what though? I mean, I'm gonna just say this whole thing. That's
She's
true.
not gonna want to show that side of her. She's not gonna want to show that side of her because she don't want to deal with herself.
I'm basing all this on what we heard about her life. And I believe you could say something. Maybe we don't know anything. Maybe the stuff that I think I know is a lie because she's a liar. Maybe all this stuff is a lie. We don't know who really. I mean, she's like a catfish. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on. We don't even know who she really is.
Terry, what's going on?
Oh my God.
You are too much sometimes.
When you hear interviews like her and Claudia Jordan, they say they are friends. And they be acting like they don't know each other most of the time. So I'm not like, everybody says Kenya's different. Then show that side of you. You can still read, you can still be Kenya, but give us a little bit more.
Yeah, Eva said that.
That'd be too like right. That'd be too like right.
If she can't handle that, that's too much for her. That's too heavy.
No, that's too real. That's too real for her. That's too real.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you guys think about on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, them really not giving Sutton a chance? They didn't tell her that she was demoted. They waited until the trailer came out, and then she just saw that she wasn't on the pictures and stuff like that. And has anybody changed their opinion from last week of Sutton?
I do.
You changed it?
I think what Sutton wasn't put in is because Beverly Hills is very vain, and she doesn't fit that mold. I think that's...
You're thinking that Sutton is a straight shooter?
No, not that she's a straight shooter. I mean, listen, Sutton's not an ugly woman by any means, but that cast, they're really pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure an executive was like, I don't think it had nothing to do with Sutton and her attitude, because she's just as stink as Brandi. She's just as stink as every other woman they've had on that show.
Well, the rumor is that they said that she was boring, but she's not boring. Like, especially last episode, she seemed to give it to Teddy, which she should, because Teddy is boring. So I don't know. I'm thinking that the rumor that they demoted her is because she was boring is not true at all. I'm thinking it's that she didn't get in along with certain people in the inner circle. That's what I'm thinking. Anybody agree with me? You do?
Well, I mean, really?
Yeah, I look at her and I think, meow, honey, meow. After this,
I mean, whether for me, whether they made her
I think she's a real
and all that
snob.
stuff. I mean, she's sort of boring to me anyway, too. It doesn't matter.
Well, she called out Teddy, and you were saying you don't like Teddy, right? You said Teddy's boring.
Oh, no, I don't like her. And I think anybody knew that come in, if you was around and know how you're going to be treated, it's best for you to go on attack first. I mean, because they coming for you regardless.
But she made a big deal. She made a big deal with Kyle over they didn't have name cards at their seats.
Yeah.
She made a big deal about that. I think that's a snobby behavior, you know. So I think maybe she didn't get along with people next to her. Yeah. No.
I mean,
I don't like her so far.
You still don't like her? I didn't like her last week. I'm starting to like her, you guys. I feel like I'm the only one. Me and
Well, I mean, I really be honest with you. With her, I don't pay her any attention because I hate Lisa Renna so much. That, I mean, no, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. So,
Me and you there, Perry. Me and Perry is right here. Me and Perry is right here because I can't stand her either. Me and Perry is right here.
Things at one time.
Did you guys see Lisa Renna wore the shirt this week of her with the crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, her and her little 99-cent shirt. Her and her little 99-cent shirt she wore.
I mean, why is Lisa Renna still like, she just won't let Lisa Vanderpump alone. She won't let it go week after week. It's really driving me crazy.
Because this is the biggest role Renna's ever had.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah.
For her, I'm sure, because I'm interested to see her and Garcelle too. Simply because I know that in acting, there's this like a little bit of a turf war where people who are like daytime actors, they're not considered real actors, as in like people who have a show. So I'm really interested to see, because I think that's what Kyle's problem is with Garcelle. What's
the problem?
The acting thing. I think that's what it comes down to.
The acting.
Oh wow, that's an interesting point of view. Really?
Yeah, because I mean, Garcelle, she's known. Granted, she hasn't done something recently, but she is a known actress, and she is a bigger actress than Kyle was.
Well, that's true.
Because that was a lot of her
Kyle was a child star.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I really cannot stand Lisa Renna. I think that she plays head games. And you guys heard this week that Garcelle is distancing herself from Lisa Renna. They have been friends for 20 years. And she said that she never seen Lisa act like that before, the way that she's acting now. And if she would have seen that, they probably wouldn't have been as close, is what she said.
You know who I want to go on that show? The one with the college thing. Lori Loughlin. I want her on that show so bad. If she don't go to jail.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I think she would look perfect with that show.
Well, you know who I want to go on the Real Housewives.
That'd be interesting kind of event.
What do you guys think about Tori Spelling?
Two-faced Hallmark star.
No, she's too broke.
I want her to go on the show.
I don't like Tori.
It would be amazing on that show. Her and Dean fighting over money all the time. It would be good. It's really weird. Tori Spelling's mother is filthy rich, but won't give her daughter a dime. What do you guys think about that? Is that mean?
She sounds like Candy. I mean, Todd.
She's probably been a brat. She's probably been a brat to her. I mean, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
I don't think
she's probably a real brat.
You don't think what? I'm echoing.
If we're gonna put a spelling, we need to put Candy spelling.
Did Tori have? Did she have money? Did she have money and she blew it? Did she have money?
Yeah, she blew her money.
She blew her money.
Yeah, she blew it.
She did.
Blew all her trust on bull crap.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You just said Tor. The mom should go. What's her name?
Yes, because she's plenty rich.
Perfect. Yeah. Get rid of Lisa Renna. Bring on what's Tori's mom's name?
Candy.
Candy Spelling. Candy Spelling would be so good on that show. I love
a little
That'd
bit.
be good.
Yes.
I would watch that. I would watch that.
it. Really, yeah. It really would be.
Now I will watch that.
The only thing I know, Lisa Renna really have to go.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
Lisa Renna have to go, and just to address what you was talking about the T-shirt, because you got my blood going a little bit, right? That girl really have a problem. Lisa Renna has a really deep problem. At first, I was thinking maybe it's envy, but no, it's deeper than that. She got a real bad obsession with LVP.
It's deeper than that.
It's so bad.
I said it's a name that shit shirt because I don't like her.
It is so bad that she want to be Lisa. It's like a fatal attraction situation going on. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yes.
And then when she go, well, she get the little T-shirt.
Yeah.
I think she want her life. I think she want her life. I think she want her life and she want her man. I think that's what she wants. Something. It's got to be something.
And I wouldn't go as far as think she really want her man.
Come on.
It's just she admire Lisa so much
She wants
that
Ken.
she really want to be her. She really want to be her. And so anything time she go out, she want to bring attention because nobody is crowning her the crown. So she got to wear the little T-shirt that crown is light. Well, if Lisa had a crown with her broke ass, it would be light because it would be fake gold. It would be fake gold, right? And then she come out with she's gonna make
Wait a minute. Lisa had a broke ass. Wait a minute.
No, talking about Lisa Renna. Lisa Renna.
Oh no, Lisa Renna.
Okay. I was gonna say it's
No, Lisa Renna.
Yeah. Okay. Right. All right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, she want to copy her wine, so she want to come out with a rosé. Now, how's she gonna come out with that? Who's gonna sponsor that? Thunderbird? Some cheap ass company? It don't make sense. She don't have money. I mean, she'll be better off. This is her rosé. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna have Lisa Renna written on here and just wrapped around this beer bottle.
Here is me.
That's the truth, though.
If somebody gave me that, if they gave me a choice between Lisa Renna's bottle of wine and to shoot my foot off, I would rather shoot my foot off.
There you go, because they ain't getting sick off those cheap grapes she got in there.
I would just rather just end it. I'm just like, no.
She got the old rotten grapes.
Stop, Perry. Wait, stop. First of all, Dean, you're saying that Lisa Renna wants to date Kenny?
Huh?
I don't think so.
It's got to be something. It's got to be something because the way she just be acting, the way she be acting.
See, Diva said that she.
Come on now.
I don't think she wants Ken. I think she wants Ken, though.
The girl ain't even on the damn show no more. You don't want her to talk about the same thing. She obviously wants to be her or something.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, she really do want to be her so bad. I mean, everybody probably seen that. It's an old movie, Fatal Attraction. It's like that times 5. It is crazy. I mean, she is really sick.
Yeah.
I mean,
she want to be her.
Lisa Renna. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Lisa Vanderpump came outside tonight at 2:00 in the morning and looked in front of her car. There go Lisa Renna sitting there with
and she in the bushes like this.
Yeah,
she's in the bushes like this, Perry.
Yeah, I mean, out there looking like a female version of Chucky.
Yeah. Just be looking.
Yeah.
You're too
Not a
much.
scope.
Oh my God. That made me cry, Perry. That was so funny.
Look at Terrell. Look, Terrell, like, y'all know what? I'm just gonna hang up on all y'all. Cause
You guys, it's been a whole hour. That went by really fast. Perry, you made me laugh.
oh man.
Yeah.
Time. It was funny. Did anyone ever, Diva, did you have any last words? That was so
No, I'm good. I just wanted to call in. Thanks, Sherelle. Nice having me. Thank you. Thanks. Good night, Perry. Good night, Sherelle.
I see you next week. I see you next week.
yeah.
All
See you
right.
next week. Bye. Rhonda, did you have any last words? It's just crazy.
I think she's envious of Lisa Vanderpump because people like Lisa Vanderpump so much.
Yeah.
She's such a great personality. Anyway, yeah.
She can't take it.
Rhonda, will you
Right.
call in next week?
Sure. Thank you, Sherelle.
Hey,
Oh,
Rhonda,
enjoyed
nice
it.
talking
Thank
to
you.
you.
bye-bye.
See ya.
Perry, oh my God, you had me in stitches. You are insane. Something's wrong with you, okay?
No.
Something wrong with you. It was so funny. But, and so on point. So we're going to do 90 Day Fiance tomorrow, 7
Okay.
o'clock Pacific time. That'll be 10 o'clock Eastern time. And you're going to make it, right? You have to. You make
Yeah, I should make it. I should make it.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I wanted to thank you guys for joining me in the chat and answering your questions. And it was a ball. I had a blast. It was really funny. And this time is going to be my permanent time. So I'll be back Thursday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And that's 10 o'clock Eastern time. And that's going to be the Housewife Day that we're going to call in and do a live chat about the housewives. Okay. So thanks, everybody. Bye, Perry. See
All
you
right. Thanks,
next
Sherelle. I really
time.
appreciate it.
Thank you for joining
And
me.
bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.